here. You want to be in the kitchen if you're going to have your own cooking show. Did you just fart? My name is June. I am a dog. My name is June. I'm not a frog. June, did you already leave the kitchen? What's up? No, that's not a good intro. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Cooking with June. The very first, I guess the pilot episode of Cooking with June. This is June. June, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. She's a little camera shot. She's not much of a media hound. She's, what type of hound are you? Yeah, like a water hound? More of a sniffer. You're a people hound, that's for sure. She's a people hound. She loves people. But anyway, June and we're going to cook up a little chicken Marsala. June wanted to cook up squirrel Marsala or cat Marsala, but we compromised because compromise is the spice of life, right, June? So all you really need, chicken, obviously, heavy cream, a little Marsala wine. I'll tell you the good thing about Marsala wine is that it's kind of dangerous to cook with wine because the temptation is just to drink the wine and not do any cooking. But with Marsala wine, it's kind of gross to just drink, so it's very helpful. The recipe calls for a little pancetta, and what I found out is the pancetta is actually, oh gosh, put these away. It's actually Italian for very expensive bacon. So what I did instead was I just bought some regular bacon. So we're going to use that. So the first thing you have to do, turn on your oven, obviously. You're going to get a little skillet action going. Put a little bit of oil in here. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cook this bacon up. You're going to fry it up and try to get the pan nice and covered with bacon juices. I should sell bacon juice. We were going to call this June's Kitchen, but this is neither June nor I's kitchen, so that didn't really work out. We decided to go with Cooking with June, but that may not work out either, seeing how June's already left the kitchen. The chicken breasts, they're pretty simple. All you're going to do with those is you're going to coat those with a little salt and pepper, and then before we throw them in the pan later, we're going to throw them in some flour. June, what are you eating? Oh, June's licking the bacon wrapper right now. See? Bacon juice. I could totally sell it. You'd buy it, wouldn't you, June? How do we get more June and less Travis? More June and that's what people want, more June and less Travis, I feel like. So we'll throw our bacon in here. It makes a lot of those really good bacon noise. And right now would be an ideal time for me to go ahead and give you, it'd be an ideal time for me to get a spatula. Before you start cooking, you're going to need a snazzy apron, and it's going to need some type of kind of sassy saying like this. See this action from here? Now some are a little bit more direct, your Kiss the Cook or possibly the bikini apron. But, I like this one. It's nice. It's not too subtle, but it kind of gets the message across. You want your apron needs to say, I'm part Chef Boyardee, but I'm also part Pee Wee Herman. That's what you're going for there. Let me just reiterate, pro tip number 1 is the snazzy apron. I'm just going to point that out. Also, with your apron, you're going to want your apron to look nice and gross like mine does. Because when people come over, you don't want people coming over and thinking this is the first time that you cooked anything. No, people trust a cook with a dirty apron. It's fact. Just write it down. It's science. It's like gravity and the tides and the moon and all that stuff. It's that much science, which is exactly the amount of science that I actually know. They're nice and thin because they're supposed to be cutlets, but they're breast because breast we're on the side. Are you excited about the chicken? See? Chicken. That's pretty much all I got. Okay, just so you know, that probably should have been on medium heat. The good thing about burnt chicken is that you can simply cover it with this delicious Marsala wine sauce. No one likes raw chicken. In fact, actually there might be some people that do like it, but they tell us that it's awful for you. So, don't eat raw chicken. Don't eat raw chicken, June. Don't eat. Actually, I think you can eat raw chicken. I don't know if it applies to dogs. What if you ate a live chicken? Would that be the same thing as raw chicken? So the chicken's nice and, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit burnt, but... Do you see this? This is not helpful. What size are these? Why are you so interested in these cups? This is the most interested you've been the entire time we've been cooking. Is in these plastic cups. This is because you want to destroy them. You're not allowed to destroy these cups. Alright, so the recipe says it calls for a half cup of Marsala wine. I'm going to put a whole cup in because I want to double up this sauce recipe. Why? I burnt the chicken, so I'm going to need more sauce to cover up all the burnt spots. That makes sense, right? It's a lot of smoke. It's like that good wine steam stench. All right, so you're gonna let the. I'm gonna put some more in there, apparently. So you're gonna let the wine cook off about halfway. So June, what are your top 5 foods that you like? Top 5 foods right now, and no, not cats or squirrels. Top 5 foods. Chicken curry. You love Indian. Chocolate Easter bunny. You're a big fan of chocolate Easter bunny. Hershey Kisses, big fan of those. Oh, blueberry and lime pound cake, yeah. You did get about a half of one of those. So I'm going to pour in this. I'm just going to kind of guess, because I mean, remember we talked about math and the person that got the C in 4th grade math? That was me. We can smell our own, so don't take offense. I'm going to mix in the pancetta, or in my case, the bacon, because I'm poor. And I'm going to add that back in. And just because it's fun, we're going to add the chicken back in. Oh, add your chicken in slower than that. This is June cooking at her best. June! So I've thrown the chicken back in, and I decided to let it cook a little bit longer in there, just because I wanted my sauce to thicken up. It looked a little bit runny. Probably due to a lack of measuring. God only made one June, and that's because, I don't know why that's because. He should make more Junes. Little known fact, the Marsala family is related to Mario, known for crawling in pipes and fighting giant turtles. It's a little known fact because it's untrue. Alright, so the chicken's about done, so I'm going to go ahead and take the chicken out one piece at a time because that's about all I'm coordinated enough to do. What I do with this recipe is I cook up a big pot of like fettuccine noodles, and that's because the first time I made it, I thought pancetta. I didn't Google it. I thought pancetta was a type of noodle, and so I thought you had to make noodles with it. Turns out you don't. And there you have chicken marsala. You see that? What do you think? Does it smell good? Does it smell good? Are you happy? Are you happy with it? No, don't lick it. Don't lick it. Nobody wants to lick it after you. Chicken marsala. It's not that hard. It's actually really good. What do you think, June? Look at that camera. You don't know what a camera is. I understand. You're really bored. We can go outside now.